Right, okay, so you may have just bought the car, so here's a little bit about that. If you bought it from a dealer or a trader, then you have your trade rights, and you should ideally go back to that dealer or the main dealer or the company you bought the car from. Now, you may have already done that, and they've given it a clean and put a bomb in it or put their stuff in it. Sometimes they have the stuff they add to the shampoo machine and the car still smells. Or you may not have already gone that route yet. You've now got the car, you may have bought it online, and you're living quite a way away from the dealership, and you don't want to go through the hassle of taking it back to them. So there's a couple of ways you can deal with that. You might be able to call up the dealer and just say, look, this is what's happened. I bought this car from you, it smells. The correct way to deal with that is to actually deal with it through them. Now, it might be that they say we need to have it back, and they do have the rights, if they're going to contribute towards it or pay for it, they do have the rights to say, we need to, look at where we're spending our money. If we're going to rectify this problem, it's up to us. So, they may have a more sophisticated setup in their valeting department, if you like, and you might be able to take it back to them, but, sometimes you don't want to go to the hassle. So what you can do is give them a call and say, look, I bought the car from you, I found a company near me, or I find a company that's not near me, but I would rather go to them because they're experienced in dealing with deodorisation, decontamination, all those kind of things. So what I would suggest is give your dealer a call, and hopefully, if your dealer decides to help you, is to conduct it through your dealer. In other words, let your dealer suggest what they're going to do, and if they say, yeah, we'll have it done, we're prepared to pay for it, or we're prepared to contribute, then say to your dealer, okay, well, this is the company I found, let the dealer call us up, let the dealer book it in, let the dealer pay for it, or, because in an ideal world, the dealer's taking control of the problem, they're using us. So let's use an example. Let's say the dealer does book your car in and it all goes well, and we clean and deodorise it, and you get it back and you're happy and they pay for it. That's the normal circumstance. However, sometimes it could go wrong. It could be that we get it and we say, hang on, this is far more than we thought it was, let's have a look at it, and we find, hang on, there's been a spillage, and the dealer may not even know. They're not to know that they bought a car that's got something spilt under the carpets. They don't necessarily know all that. It's not visible, it's not obvious sometimes. But at the same time, if we've gone for deodorant option 3 and it requires more, you can go back to your dealer and say, look, I've picked this, I've done that, it didn't work, so what's your suggestion? Now, it might be we've looked at it then and said, look, you need a new boot carpet or something like that, may make more sense to do that, and in which case then we can deal with the dealer and say, look, you've sent this customer and it needs a new boot carpet or whatever. But you're following the right channels. Okay, so that's one way of helping towards recovering costs, or it might even be a private person that you bought it from, and you say, hi, I bought this car from you, and it smells. I don't know if you're aware of that, but we found this and that. And sometimes people will say, well, okay, I'm not expecting you to guarantee my car indefinitely, but I've only had it a week and there's some smell in it, so can you help me with it? And sometimes people do, yeah, fine, okay, well, what do you suggest? And, I found a company that can deal with it, how about you meet me halfway? And people do. We often see people do that, and it's half the cost.
Amazing.